Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld again, and the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan is finally out, which means it's time to take a look at the top 5 legendaries in the new set. And I must admit, of all of these videos I've made over the years, this one has turned out to be one of the hardest because this time we've got so many great new cards. Almost all of the new legendaries fit into a deck or two in some way, but as you know, usually only a few go on to become a staple. And so if you're wondering which ones of them to craft from the new set, then look no further because of all the new legendaries, I think these ones are clearly the best. Now to kick off, coming in at number 5 is the warrior class legendary Hobart Grapplehammer. And probably the most interesting thing about this guy is that unlike all the other warrior legendaries, he's a pretty small 2-drop 2/2. The thing is though, unlike most early drops, he's got a massive effect on the rest of the game because he gives all the weapons in your hand and deck +1 attack. So whether you're looking for a little bit of extra burst in an aggro deck or a bit more value in a control deck, either way, Hobart is gonna help you out. Now coming in next at number 4 is the key to Jade Golem decks, the boss of the Jade Lotus, Aya Blackpaw. And the reason she makes the top 5 is because although she's got a relatively weak 5/3 body for 6, she's got a battle cry and death rattle effect that summons a Jade Golem. What that means is that not only are you getting 3 minions in one card, you're also buffing your Jade Golems twice. And the best part is that because she's a death rattle card, you can also use N'Zoth to bring her back to life and summon yet another Jade Golem. Now, next on the list at number 3 is actually one of my favourite cards in the set, the Shaman class legendary White Eyes. And the reason for this is because, well, not only is it a decent 5/5 taunt body for 5, it's also got a late game death rattle effect that's perfect for control decks. Basically what it does is shuffles a minion called the Storm Guardian into your deck, which is a massive 10/10 taunt for only 5 mana. And if that's not already good enough, because White Eyes is a death rattle, he's perfect to bring back with N'Zoth, which is already a staple part of most control shaman decks. Now, coming in next at number 2 is yet another 5/5 for 5, the Priest class legendary Raza the Chained. Except the main difference with this one is that unlike White Eyes, it's actually designed to be used in a Highlander list that doesn't run any duplicates. Raza's effect is definitely worth running a Highlander list though, because what it does is permanently set your hero power to cost 0. And the best thing about this is that the buff stays even if you change your hero power, which has some pretty awesome combo potential with Justicar Trueheart. Now, just before we get on to the number 1 spot on the list, I should give an honourable mention to the Druid class legendary Kun the Forgotten King. Because although I haven't seen it much on ladder yet, even if it's not quite flashy enough to make the top 5, I think it still does have a lot of potential. Also, the same goes for the new Mage class legendary, Inkmaster Solia, which is once again another solid 5/5 with a very swingy effect. But once again, even though it does have a lot of potential and probably will see play at some stage, I just don't think it's quite impressive enough yet to make the top 5. But anyway, finally, coming in at number 1 is by far my favourite card in the set and one of the coolest cards in the game in general, the Cabal legendary Kazarkas. And the reason for this is because if you're running a Highlander list, it's got the unique effect of being able to create a powerful custom spell. You can choose to create a 3, 5 or 10 mana spell with effects that range from board clears to armor gain and even resurrecting minions. And so just like Yogg-Saron, Kazarkas is game winning because you can quite often clear an entire enemy board while at the same time developing one of your own. But anyway guys, I think that just about wraps up this top 5, so let me know what your favourite legendary is, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also check out the links in the description below if you want to see any more of my videos, or if you want to support this channel on Patreon, and until next time, see you later, and have a good one.